What's happening, people? I hope you're all well. So, midweek report. And there's a few things to talk about. So, I want to start off with Canelo and Turkey Al-Sheikh. Turkey Al-Sheikh has done some good things for boxing. He's made fights that seemed almost impossible at points. Fights that come to mind are Tyson Fury versus Alexander Yusk, Martin Bakole versus Jared Anderson. A lot of these fighters would not be looking, even Bivol versus Beterbiev, which I know hasn't happened yet, but the fight's actually got made and is scheduled. A lot of this wouldn't have happened without Turkey Al-Sheikh and his wallet and getting people to work together, such as Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, that otherwise really would not have worked together. So Turkey Al-Sheikh deserves a lot of credit. However, he's recently been having a bit of a spat with Canelo Alvarez that I think Canelo Alvarez feels somewhat threatened by Turkey Al-Sheikh. In my opinion, he feels somewhat threatened by Turkey Al-Sheikh because Canelo was really a brand unto himself. There was almost boxing and there was Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez kind of had his own brand. He still does, but there's a new kid in town, and that's Turkey Al-Sheikh. So he's now got competition, and also I think that Canelo is very reluctant in a way to work with Turkey Al-Sheikh because Turkey Al-Sheikh's style doesn't seem to be to put fighters in easy fights a lot of the time. He seems to want to match people tough, and Canelo, I'm not saying he doesn't want to be matched tough, but he doesn't always want to be matched tough. He's very strategic. So if he crosses over to Turkey Al-Sheikh's side of the street, he may have to fight fights he doesn't want to fight. And I think that has caused the dispute between Canelo Alvarez and Turkey Al-Sheikh. The other thing I want to talk about is the fact that Turkey Al-Sheikh no longer seems interested in Crawford versus Canelo, and I think that is probably a sensible move in terms of Crawford. Or I think for Crawford that's a good thing because based on what I saw against Madrimov, I think that, I know styles make fights, but I think that there's weight divisions for a reason, and I think that Crawford is simply too small to beat Canelo. Don't get me wrong, he'd be in with a shout. If you got to be in there in the ring to have a shout to win it, but I think in all likelihood Crawford will probably do a good showing of himself, win a few rounds, and probably walk into something, in my opinion. So I think that's within the best interests of Terence Crawford. Although I heard that he was 169 on the night in the ring for his super welterweight contest, and I believe that. But either way, that's neither here nor there because Canelo, how much is he going to weigh on the night? If it's, say, the fight's at super middleweight 168, he's probably going to weigh in on the night like 180 or something. So neither here nor there in that regard. So the next thing I want to talk about is the possibility of Usyk and Joshua 3. Now, Alexander Usyk, let's see if the cat wants to chill. I think she might want to chill with me. Alexander Usyk has spoken about the possibility of Usyk Joshua 3. Alexander Usyk has spoken about the possibility of Usyk and Joshua 3. So, let me just 1 second. You're right. I'm gonna do this video, then I'm gonna chill with you, okay? Alright. So, Alexander Usyk has talked about the possibility of Usyk Joshua 3, and in my opinion, that may be an unwise move for Alexander Usyk, and the reason for that is simply because Joshua's a puncher. Now, I know that Usyk's won the fight twice and people are saying, oh, it's already done. And I agree, it's already done, but you go to the well too many times and eventually you're going to get stung. I feel like if you give someone an opportunity to beat you so many times, let's face it, if Joshua and Usyk fought 100 times, Joshua's going to win at least one of them just for the mere fact of percentages. So you give Joshua enough chances, he's going to beat you one time. So I don't know. I think that for Alexander Usyk, what's there to gain and what's there to lose? You know, then you lose to Joshua, and then it becomes this whole melee of, oh, now he's got to have a rematch, or, you know, it becomes messy. So why give someone a chance to beat you when you've already beat them twice? Just take the wins and go. For Joshua, absolutely. You know, if you lose to Usyk again, so what? You already lost to him twice. And for me, Joshua's looking a little bit better these days. So that's all upside for Joshua as far as I'm concerned. Especially if like multiple belts are on the line. So for Joshua, take it. If it's Usyk, I wouldn't be taking that. You know, don't give someone enough opportunities to beat you. Because even if you're better than them, on their night, they can beat you. Anyway, that's what I've got to speak about today. There's Crawford, there's the Crawford-Canelo, there's the Canelo-Turkey Alalshikh melee, there's, what else? There was Joshua Usyk 3, and anything else that needs to be spoken about? I don't think so. I think that's everything. Just Virgil Ortiz, you know, I'd be interested to see how he gets on with some of the other super welterweights, you know, Fundora, Majimov, Crawford, Spence, even if he's moving up. Be very interested to see how he gets on. I think that he would put on I think he'd be competitive, but based on what I saw, you know, Tim Tszyu as well, I think he'd definitely be losing some of those bouts. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day. See you on the next one.